Good morning. Happy Fairy Friday. Happy Fairy Friday. I hope everyone is well. Margaret Sample coming to you live from the beautiful and sunny region, Niagara region in Canada. And I come random Fridays bringing you messages from the fairy folk using Brian Froud's beautiful Fairies Oracle deck. I always like to say two things. One is whether you are watching this live or on replay, it is because today's message is meant for you. So I hope you enjoy whatever the message is, whoever comes forward. The other thing I always say is sometimes I see comments, sometimes I don't see comments. And sometimes I'll see some comments and others come in later. It's the vagaries and wonders of internet, right? So, I think we should be okay with sound. We had trouble a couple of weeks ago, but we were fine last week, and fingers crossed, Mercury retrograde is over. So you should be able to hear me. And if not, well, I guess we'll find out, but hopefully it's all good. So without further ado, time to shuffle the cards and see who's going to come forward this morning with a message for you. Here we go. Ooh, I like this. I like this. Today, it is the Fairy Godmother. Oh, she's fun. So, Fairy Godmother, her name is Faery, and she is one of the she. Anita says hello from Edmonton. Good morning, Anita. Yay, I know you can hear me now then. So she's one of the she, and the she, spelled Sidhe, are the old ones in fairyland. They're like the people of the hills, the lords and ladies of fairy. And the difference, of course, with fairy lords and ladies as opposed to human lords and ladies is fairy lords and ladies earn their title by their actions and their behaviors over the aeons, I guess, as opposed to, human ones. Hey, Kathy, hello. The who inherit them, right? Fairies earn these titles, and they set examples by how they live and what they do, and they've got lots of magic around them, and they never give orders, but they make suggestions, and they are powerful, wise. Like most fairies, they have a wicked sense of humor. They love to dance. And when the she appear, there are often miracles in the offing. So I always like when somebody from the she appears. Fairy Godmother. She brings us grace. She helps us with our gifts and our talents and with helpful lessons. Siri is really a really good helper because she doesn't do it by trying to trick us or by putting obstacles in our path the way some fairies do help us that way, right? With her, it's almost like she comes and she sprinkles fairy dust to lift our mood, or perhaps a very conspicuous miracle. It's like really big time stuff. She protects us from the ill will and sometimes the stupidity of others, or from our own stupidity or mistakes. She's very protective and very helpful. She untangles snarls in our psyches and gives us whatever gifts she feels that we need. So, it's wonderful. I'm so happy she's shown up today. Sometimes she gives us choices when we thought we had no choices available to us. She brings us grace. The good fortune that we get from the universe, even when we don't feel we deserve good fortune, we're hard on ourselves sometimes, right? And she reminds us, because you are, you deserve to be loved. You are loved, and it's not about deserving. It's not the issue. It's because you are, then you merit. Okay? You have worth. So whoever is needing to hear this today, please listen to this. You have worth. You have value. And you're important. And even if you can't see right now how you're important or why you're important or to whom you're important, please know that you are. Really, really hear that. I just want to point out, look at this card. You can see how there's the owl up in the corner, the wisdom, and there's the little munchkin hiding down here, and the little animal of the fields over here. So she's brings all of this energy with her. And it's also interesting to note that Sari is the only one of the fairies who wears a crown who has flowers and stars and like branches in her crown. She's the only one, so that's kind of cool. And she's holding a crystal ball in one hand over here, over here, and an apple over here. So just really neat symbology in the card. Okay. Sari tries not to interfere with our learning process, but she adds that touch of fairy grace, that touch of fairy dust magic to help us learn faster and with more ease. Okay? And often she works through the hands and the hearts of others. So be open to seeing and receiving gifts or gifts from other people right now, because she works through others a lot of the time. Each of us has our own personal fairy godmother to provide the little extras. And I want to say it's like she splits herself into prisms so that all the fairy godmothers come together to be this fairy godmother. I don't understand how this all works. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing right now. So we've all got like as if she's a light going through a prism, and we're all getting our own colored ray of fairy godmother for our own selves. And our own fairy godmother will often provide the little extras that our guardian angels are too busy to think about or to deal with. Kind of, if you think about, like, what does a parent takes care of you, food, shelter, the necessities, and plus love, of course. But the fairy godmother, the godmother or the grandparent sometimes will be able to, or the magical aunt will be able to give you those little extras that, you don't really need, but you kind of do. So it's like those little, she just, yeah, the extras. So she's like, hey, you should be getting some extras in your life coming through. What else? Fairy godmothers. Fairy godmothers love parties. So invite them to yours. If you got any kind of party going on this weekend, invite the fairy godmother along to play with you. Hey, good morning, Alicia. The fairy godmother glows through us as we perform loving and appropriate kindnesses for others and develop our own unconditional love. And she's here to teach about giving and receiving unconditionally. She wants to help us to open our hearts to love and acceptance of others and of ourselves. So right now, be keeping an eye open for unexpected good fortune. When she shows up, so often does unexpected good fortune. Yay! If you're blocking her energy, not sharing, taking, not receiving, you become kind of a greedy thief and not a sparkly fairy godmother energy. So tap into your own sparkly fairy godmother energy, right? One thing to be aware of too is, do you pass a lot of judgment on who is worthy to be helped and who isn't? Fairy godmother doesn't do that. She's not about, oh, are you worthy? She's about, here, honey, have some fairy dust. If you attach strings to what you offer to others, you may well just trip on those strings going forward. So allow Sari in. Don't block her, or life is harder than it needs to be, and life is hard enough, right? So welcome her in and thank her. And yes, remember, always say thank you, thank you, thank you, Sari. And think by passing that kindness on to others. Pay it forward. Sari loves pay it forward. She just loves that whole concept. She does offer last minute miracles and rescues. So like, oh, just when you think all is about to go down the toilet, something happens and oh, it's saved, it's rescued. That can be Sari, or your own personal version of Sari, stepping in. Accept her gifts and try to be that fairy godmother yourself for someone else. And one of the things about paying it forward or doing a gift for someone is doing it anonymously. It kind of increases the vibration of it somehow. So, and it's always kind of neat to have those tucked in your heart of things where you have done something and, you know, not taking credit for it. I have a little stash of those in my heart and my head. And it's like, and I love when people post too that they've, or share that what they've done, but there is that extra magic when you just keep it quiet. You don't need to do it for anybody else to go, oh boy, she's so nice, or he's so good. No. You're doing it just out of love, unconditional love, right? So paying it forward and accepting when grace comes to you. Okay, I'm just gonna tune in and see if there's anything else she's got to say. Be joyful. Be joyful. Accept miracles. Look for miracles. Create miracles. Eat fresh fruit, but not too much. Be open. Be kind. Know that you can dance your way out of a blue funk. Know that you can bring starlight and sunlight to your life and to the lives of others. One does not need to be a fairy godmother to do such things, but one becomes a fairy godmother when one does. Oh, enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Here, have some magic fairy dust. Sprinkle it wisely. Oh, I love you, such children. I love you. Be well. Be well, my well. Be well. Enjoy. Well, wasn't that fun? I just love that this is happening now. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so fun for me. It's really cool when these different voices come out of my mouth that I'm not expecting them. Yeah. So, what she said. Okay. Last couple of days, I just looked at my calendar. Last few days to take advantage of the email fairies oracle reading through my store at half price. So, I mean, you'll still be able to get it, but it'll be full price after November 1st. Jehovah mandated it, and so it has been. I'm also going to show you, can you see? This is one of my pendulum pendants that I have started making. This one is a Herkimer diamond. Ooh, it's got such cool energy. I love wearing it. And they're neat because you can wear them as a pendant, but then you can also unhook the clasp and then hook it and use it as a pendulum, which is also kind of fun. Anyway, I'm trying to get more photos of the ones I have already made up in the store, but also if there's something you're like, oh, I really wish, do you have anything that's like, do you have an amethyst one? Do you have a citrine one? Could you make me, send me an email, margaretsample.com. No, margaretsample@gmail. margaretsample@gmail, or you can go to the website. Anyway, and if I've got the stone, I can make one for you. All right. Yes, be well, enjoy. I'm echoing Fairy Godmother right now. I thank everybody for watching, and happy Fairy Friday. Bye for now.